Don't worry, I have not forgotten that I am working on making a year's supply of food of homemade MRE meals. I had an idea for a quick and easy meal that we can make using only 3 ingredients, and it's honestly one of my favorite comfort food meals. So we are gonna run into Walmart and purchase those 3 ingredients, and I'll show you how easy this is gonna be, and delicious. The first ingredient I am grabbing are fettuccine noodles. Next, I am just purchasing some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Have you figured out what I'm making yet? And lastly, Alfredo sauce. You can either make your own homemade Alfredo sauce or just buy a jarred version. I actually bought the roasted garlic Alfredo from Rayo's recently, and it was really good. Since I'm doing this for an MRE meal, I don't want to pay that price. I like to keep it low. So I think I have liked this brand in the past. I'm gonna get a couple bottles of the Classico. But yes, homemade would be best. I know. For the chicken element, you could do rotisserie chicken, you could use canned chicken, you could make your own chicken, however you want. I'm gonna make this in the Instant Pot, which is my favorite way to get chicken when I just want it shredded up, which I'll show you how I do that. It's really fast and easy. I've decided to make a huge batch of this because I want my family to be able to eat it for dinner tonight and then also have enough to make our MRE meals. I'm hoping to get at least 10 MREs out of this, so we will see how far it goes. I'm gonna cook all of my chicken breast. This is almost 4 pounds. So I've got my Instant Pot back here to cook the chicken. I'm just gonna dump it in, add some seasoning and chicken broth. Into my Instant Pot, I am seasoning with salt, pepper, my freeze-dried onion powder, and freeze-dried garlic powder. Those are my 2 staples when I'm seasoning any meat. My onion and garlic powder, I go through so fast because it is just so flavorful and superb, much better than store-bought. I also am adding a cup of chicken broth. I'm setting my Instant Pot on the poultry setting for 25 minutes, which is just high pressure for 25 minutes. While my chicken is cooking in the Instant Pot, I'm going to start boiling my noodles so everything's ready at the same time. I don't know if I need to do 2 or 3 boxes. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do 3 boxes. And if I have extras better than not. I am going to break my noodles in half. I know that's controversial. A lot of people don't like cut noodles when it comes to like fettuccine and spaghetti. However, I am thinking just for freeze drying purposes and packaging them up into individual MRE meals and reconstituting, that having a half-size noodle is going to be better. Even breaking it up into small little pieces might be ideal. However, we're going to test it doing a half size of a noodle and see how that works. Definitely 2 boxes is all that's going to fit in my pot, so I think that'll be plenty. If not, I will just boil another pot of noodles. My noodles are done in my pot here. My Instant Pot chicken is ready. So we gotta release the steam and just shred it up real quick. That gave me a huge bowl of shredded chicken. So now all I've got to do is combine the noodles, chicken, and sauce, and we've got chicken Alfredo. This was a total pain to stir, but I think we did it well enough. I'm gonna scoop these onto my freeze dryer trays and hope there's enough for my family for dinner tonight. I think there should be. I was able to make 12 meals on my freeze dryer trays, and there's plenty left over for my family for dinner, so that's fabulous. I'm gonna carry these down to vanilla ice and I'll show you our settings. All right, I forgot that I needed to change my oil. I will do that next time we do a run. I am doing initial freeze at -10, extra freeze time I'm gonna have just set for 2 hours. Dry temp 120, and I'm gonna hit start. And we wait our 15 minutes. We've had a couple of snowy days here in Alaska, which has been really nice because this winter there hasn't been that much snow. We've had some random like heavy snowstorms, but no like consistent snow. So I've been really enjoying when it does snow. However, tomorrow is supposed to get back really cold again. I think the high is 5 degrees. The last time we went into the negatives a few weeks ago, well, actually, I think we were like over a month ago now when we had a really cold spell, our heater went out. And because it's Alaska, things take forever to get like parts and replacements. So we were without a heater for like 2 weeks, and we had to borrow space heaters from our neighbors and heat our house with space heaters, which gave us an enormous electric and gas bill. But that's besides the point. We're grateful to have heat because we would not survive without it. And it's all fixed now and working great. So we are prepared for this cold, chilly next couple of days that we have coming up. I hope all of you who were in that crazy cold winter storm from a couple of weeks ago, that you've recovered and that it's not so cold anymore. You'll have to let me know how it is where you live. Okay, this is loaded up. It'll probably take about 24 hours or so. So tomorrow we will pull this out. I'll try to break off a little piece so that I can reconstitute it to see how it tastes. I meant to add a separate little piece to freeze dry just for myself. So I'll just take a small portion of one of these that looks kind of big to do a taste test with, because I'm really curious to see how well it reconstitutes in those bigger noodles. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Hello from my dark freeze drying room. My machine was in its like 21st hour or so. It was not fully done freeze drying yet. Well, the machine hadn't sensed that it was done yet. Our power went out. We randomly had a windstorm pickup, and the power goes out frequently here when the wind kicks up because it knocks over trees and hits power lines. There's only 240 homes without power in our area, and we are one of those homes, unfortunately. I am struggling with what to do. The power has been out for 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. The food was nearly done. Not fully done. I don't think it was fully done. So I'm not going to package it up the way it is, because if there's even a little bit of moisture in the food, it will just go rancid in the Mylar bags. So not going to do that. I don't know if I just have to scrap this whole thing, which would be a bummer. Not the end of the world, but wait, I don't like wasted food, which is why I own a freeze dryer, so I don't waste food. But if it doesn't turn back on, I feel like it's sitting there just like doing nothing, and I don't know if it's going to go bad just sitting there. What would you do? I'm just hoping the power comes back on. I can run it for a few more hours and do like a weight test and see if it's actually done, and hopefully everything's hunky-dory. But I don't know. I'll have to keep y'all posted. Did I mention it's like 4 degrees outside and very cold? So I've got our gas fireplace going and we're just sitting by the fire, but it's getting dark. Well, my friends, it's been 4 hours and we still don't have power. I'm using a little battery powered light right here. I think I'm just gonna call it a night. It's getting late. I will, if the power comes on in the next couple of hours, I am going to increase my dry time and just have it run all night. And then tomorrow I'll see if it seems salvageable. I mean, it's sitting in here. There is still ice surrounding the sides of it, so it's cold. I don't think it's going rancid, but I don't want to pull it out and add more air in here or anything to just look at it. When the power goes out like this, when your machine turns back on, it senses that there was a power outage and it tells you on the screen, and it tells you how long the power was out for, which is really cool. And then it gives you the option to continue your cycle or if you want to cancel it. So I don't know. This is not how I wanted to end today's video. I am so bummed. At least you got to see the process of me making the Alfredo, which was super easy. And we had it for dinner last night. It was delicious. So if you want to make this, you totally can. I'm just so sorry I don't have results for you today. This is such a bummer. Anyway, I tried. Maybe we'll have to redo this another time. I'm sorry that this happened, but you know, such is life. Can't control the weather or the power, unfortunately. Remember, my friends, when you freeze dry today, you secure your tomorrow. Bye.